Good morning, everyone, and welcome to successcafe.tv. My name is Paul Bursey.
And I'm Warren Connolly. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon and good evening.
Hope you had a fantastic weekend. And for those in the USA, it was, what day was it yesterday?
4th of July.
Because we don't have that here, so.
And then it was Canada Day, I think 2 days prior to that as well.
Yeah.
On the 1st or the 2nd of July, it was Canada Day, 4th of July.
Interesting times, especially in Canada and the USA.
Oh,
that's all we'll say. That's all we'll say. But yeah, we're here. We keep it under wraps. Exactly the same problems, but we keep it under wraps. We're very quiet about it. So okay.
At least the media is relatively quiet about it compared to that.
Yeah, I think it seems to be more volatile in across the water. Anyway, let's talk about a subject. What's that subject, Warren?
How to win every day.
How to win every day. And does that mean you win every day? No, it doesn't. Okay.
Of course not.
What it is, you're aiming to win every day. Okay, and being in the right sort of frame of mind, the right attitude.
Well, if you want to think of law of averages, if you attempt to win every day, you are in essence winning every day.
Yeah, that's true.
If you just make the attempt.
Yeah, it's not all going to work out. But I mean, the idea is to keep a smile on your face and just know some things are going to go wrong. I suppose. I mean, it's you can't. There's only a few things we can control. You know, we talk about it, and that's basically this is going to be one of the areas that we do control up to a point. We can do the action. We can't necessarily predict the result.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't control the outcome. But or predict the result, for that matter. We can only do the action.
So the how to win your day. The first word that comes up is consistent, being consistent. Now, any athlete will tell you that you need to be consistent. We know we need to vary things, but you've got this central framework that you're working towards. And part of that is the consistency, and it's doing it every day. Now, it could be that you work 5 days and take 2 days off. Not necessarily if you're an athlete, but and that's fine. But no more than that. Okay.
Or unless you're a golfer, you take 5 days off, you work 2 days or 3 days.
No, I don't think if I was a golfer, I don't think I'd want any days off. I think that's why I never started golf, because I knew you had to be consistent.
Yeah,
it would be a real struggle to get on the golf course every day, and I'd love it, but if I could play, But I decided not to start golf. I know it's a weird way of looking at it, because I knew it would dominate my life.
Oh, it does in many cases, doesn't it? Yeah.
I know it's strange to say that, and and I just said I can't afford to start golf. Now, I might do. I mean, we had a conversation earlier about refereeing, my football refereeing, soccer, and whether I was going to go for promotion or not. And I've got to make a decision over the next 48 hours whether I want to do it or not. Would I get it? Probably not. And that's not because of lack of ability or anything else. It's just the way it is. At my age, they don't really want you. So I know. And when you fill out an application, it's really weird because you fill out an application form, right? And on the application form, it asks you your date of birth. Why would you need that? What age will you be on the 1st of April, 2021? Why do you need that? So it's sticking you in the face all the time and say, no, he's too old.
Well, it's the same as any other. You go anywhere, maybe not so much these days, but it used to be like that until recently. It's like, what nationality are you? Or what race are you, for example? What relevance is that? That means nothing really.
What's the other one? Whether you're male or female or something else, it's and I just think, Why do you have to? It's only for statistic purposes. Sorry now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, and look, okay, in some cases, in some countries, still to today, that it's important for them to know what race you are, what your background is, before they decide to even look at you. I think it's still very much a factor. Yeah.
Yeah, don't call it race now. What do they call it? Identity
Or ethnicity.
Oh, yeah. So yeah.
Ethnicity.
See, if they say to me, "What race you are?" I went 800 meters.
Well, in Dubai, they used to ask that question. So in Dubai, when you fill out forms, they ask you what race are you? Like, it's like, it's the same thing. It's like, I don't race.
The unfortunate thing is they haven't got a sense of humour, so you can't put 100 meters or something like that. Anyway, back to consistency. Right. So what do you think consistency means?
Is that a rhetorical question?
What does it mean? What does it mean to you? I mean, how does
small bits each and every single day, just every day in every way, just continuously moving forward, getting better. It's just that consistency. It's just that regular every single day, just continually moving forward, small bits at a time, small bites at a time, small steps at a time.
So, I mean, I would just, you're exactly right in what you're saying, but I would also add into there being fully dedicated to yourself.
Yeah.
And completing the tasks at hand. I mean, it's, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you do. There's certain things you need to do, there's certain actions that you need to take. And if you don't take them, you won't get where you want to go.
You won't.
No,
but also, in the same breath, you're not necessarily going to complete tasks. Either. Some parts of our lives require consistency, but you're never ever going to complete the task. You're never going to, because there is no task necessarily. It's just about being a better person every day. Perhaps that takes consistency. You can't be a better person today and not be a better person tomorrow, or not be a better person for 6 days of the week, and one day of the week you're a better person. That's not consistency, and that's not going to help you. But that journey is never going to end in any case. That's going to continuously just keep going and going and going until the day that you leave this world.
Yeah. I mean, look, consistency is fully staying engaged without getting distracted, right? And learning to focus on the task at hand and not being affected by things like noise, children, telephones, and things like that. And as I say, there's got to be a part of your day that has to be complete and utter focus. And we all go through phases. None of us do it all the time. I mean, there are some people that are really, really good at that. And they'll set aside these 2 hours a day, and they will not allow anything really to get in the way. And this is how you win your day. You can't goof off and take days off and go and play golf. You can. Obviously you can. But what I'm saying is, it goes back to this: when do you work and when don't you work?
Well, in South Africa, for example, many people do business on a golf course.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay.
Many people do, yeah.
I suppose I was using that example as if I was doing it. Because look, a lot of people they keep going out with the same people.
Yeah.
Well, unless that person is Tony Robbins or someone like that. Yeah, I go golfing every day with Tony Robbins, then, and.
I bet you Tony Robbins doesn't want to be doing work and coaching while he's on a golf course.
No, he doesn't.
No, he certainly doesn't.
No.
And he just won't. It's not a matter of whether he does or doesn't. He just won't. He's that type of person. Yeah. So, and look, also the thing is that, you did touch on it now, is minimizing distractions. You could say that's another very key factor in terms of how to win every day. It's just becoming disciplined in the habit of minimizing the distractions or being focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's today's world. It's very difficult for people to retain that focus and minimize that distraction. We've spoken about this before, haven't we?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
something that comes up all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and the challenge is controlling your time first of all. So narrowing it down to maybe specific times when you're going to work and do the things that matter, but also in controlling your environment, your habitat.
Mhm.
So that you don't get and you tell everyone what you're doing. I mean, it's so that it's not a problem. Say for these 2 hours, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Say this is what I'm going to be doing. I don't want to hear anything from anybody apart from something that's fallen over, broke my leg type of thing, or maybe not that serious. But you get what I'm saying. It's got to be extremely important for you to break that 2 hours, and you'll feel so much better for it. Even if you then took 2 hours out and went over, took the kids over the park type of thing.
Yeah.
You'd feel so much more satisfied. I've done something. I've achieved something. And I think that's important for your psyche as well. Because you have these days where you seem to do a load during the day, but you haven't achieved anything, and it just is a whole mishmash of things. And I think it's this mishmash, and you could have actually got some things done, but this mishmash is like a lump of mashed potato or something. It's like it's just gooey mess. And I think you have to section things. So
True.
But I mean, look, consistency requires a commitment on your part, my part, and anyone else who's listening to this. At some stage you have to commit something. And that's all part of consistency, and consistency is part of winning your day. Another word that comes up, and we speak about this all the time, is habits.
Yeah.
And again, it's another. Consistency is habits as well. Success habits.
Yeah, it has to become habitual.
Absolutely.
The other thing, the other drawback or the caveat with that is that people have so many not unhealthy, but unhelpful habits. I'm trying to think of the correct term to use, but habits that just don't help them, don't serve them.
Yeah.
And then it's getting rid of those habits in order to be able to fill in with better habits, new habits, more helpful, more constructive habits. So this is the other thing, isn't it? Is identifying what are those habits that no longer serve us, being able to exclude those habits from our life, and then being able to fill that in with the right habits in the same breath, without feeling too much stress, too much anxiety, perhaps, or too much overwhelm, because often instilling new habits into your life can be very overwhelming. But it is easier if you take certain habits out of your life that don't serve you anymore. Then it becomes a little bit easier, at least.
Yeah, and as we always talk about, well, we have done for at least the last 6 months. I mean, there's this thing of priorities. We all know we have what we call priorities, but really and truly, in the moment, you have one priority. Okay, and you get that one priority done. Once that's out of the way and put back in the drawer for the day, okay, you can now pull out another priority. But to say you've got priorities really is already sending you down the rabbit hole of confusion. And I think, you have to stay on target for the one thing. And then once you work that and you think, right, I've done that now, that's fantastic, I feel great, put it in the drawer, all right, and get number 2 out. I don't think sometimes people realize the power of that.
Yeah, you're right.
And you see people at work, they walk around confused. I used to, when I worked in an office, walk around with a bit of paper all day because they don't know what they're doing. Some of them are just lazy, and when I was at work, I was focused. I mean, I did work to to-do lists, and and they in that particular environment they work. You have to have to-do lists, and that's just the one subject. You know, one job you're dealing.
I think also many people walk around their piece of paper because they want to appear to be busy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They're not really doing anything. So nobody asks them any questions like, "Are you actually doing anything? What are you doing?"
I did on a few occasions. I kept seeing this fellow walking around with one bit of paper all the time. And I looked at him, I mean, that's the same bit of paper he was carrying a few minutes ago. And I mean, I said, I can't remember who it was even. I said, let's call him John. I mean, John, why do you keep walking around with the same bit of paper all the time? Are you actually doing anything? I seen him a smile on my face, so I didn't really care what he was doing because it's nothing to do with me. But I think he just gave me a strange look and walked on. I said, whatever it is, keep doing it because obviously it's working for you. You know, so
I did that. I used to do that in the military. I figured out a way to always make myself look busy and not be doing anything. You know, when you're in that stage in the military where you're on base, but you don't really have much to do during the day. So
yeah.
they try to find things for you to do, right? So if you look like you're bored or you look like you're not actively busy doing something, they'll find something for you to do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then they'll sign you to a task.
It'll probably be on your knees as well.
So I used to, and I mean, our base was huge, and I used to just literally walk around as if I was on a purpose. I'd be walking from one place to the next, and as if I had a task and I had to do something. So nobody ever asked me any questions.
That's right. You're determined. Yeah.
Yeah. It can work.
What was your rank?
I know I was just a troop. I didn't
right, like private or something like that.
Yeah, private. Yeah. Okay. I never had a rank.
Can you imagine saying private? It doesn't look like you've got anything to do, so go and count the leaves.
Exactly. Yeah, they would do that. That's something that they would do, definitely.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Oh, yeah.
So, but anyway, I mean, look, whatever you do, it's got to be a sustained effort. All right, and that really is consistency, and that really is how you win your day. And it's knowing what you're going to do, making sure you do it. You know, and it's as simple as that. So, right, yeah. So, can you give me an instance where consistency's really worked for you? Consistency in action.
Yeah. Actually, when I was in my first job within the health and fitness area, okay, it was actually in sales, and I really did not. I mean, I don't use the word hate, but I was close to hating that job. All right, but I consistently did what I needed to do because that was what I was asked to do. So and I consistently did it, even though we were using the yellow pages to phone people. Okay, pick up the yellow pages and you just thumbsuck a name and then you go and you phone somebody. And I would get through my calls every day, but I was this close to hating my job.
Yeah.
And then when I resigned, they asked me to come back, and within the role that I originally applied for, which was in the fitness area. So not to do sales, but to be the fitness professional, because it was a brand new club. We were building the club and we were working out of a sales office. And I just, because I was consistent in what I was doing, and when I resigned, they obviously saw that, they recognized that, and then they asked me to come back as a fitness professional. So I guess it was quite successful, and that enabled me to get on the road in the health and fitness sphere. So that's one example I think I can use.
Yeah, consistency in action. That's great. And really,
what Sandala says, I wake up, have a pint.
Yeah, no, I was just going to mention that.
Day life hack.
I wake up and have a pint. Pint of what though? That's the
pint of coffee, pint of caffeine,
pint of Guinness.
Yeah,
Guinness is good for you.
Yeah,
well, I can't drink it because of the iron, but
okay.
It's not exactly changed my life, but
that was my excuse every time I'd be drinking Guinness like a fish. It was like, no, it's good for you.
I don't have stressful days.
Yeah, sometimes we have challenging days, but stressful days.
No, we don't acknowledge stressful days. They don't exist.
No.
If no one gives me stress, they go out the front door. Or if they're at the door hoping to get in, they don't get in. So, but yeah, I mean, look, the end of the day, there are no real silver bullets here. You know, when you get down to it, you know, the hidden keys to success sometimes can be just hard work. Now, if you can add smart to that as well, yeah, because that's what we're talking about: small, smart choices. Yeah. So Sandella came back and said more like ales. Yeah, there's definitely a place in my life for ales.
Okay.
A
A warm ale, right? A warm ale.
Warm. Well, yeah. It's not cold, is it? That's lagers, isn't it?
That's lagers, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it depends on the keg. Yeah, sometimes you go. We used to serve ales that were stored in an out room, so it would get cold sometimes, and some people like a cold ale. I don't know. I think ale is like glühwein. It's meant to be had warm, or mulled wine in English.
Absolutely. That's okay, let's stop veering off the target because we all love a glass of ale.
Yeah,
but basically, so what we're talking about is winning your day, winning this, having little wins that all add up to a great day, and and basically it's about keeping commitment to yourself, keeping promises to yourself that you're going to be committed enough to get those little things done. So that's it, really. If you're going to win your day, get consistent and get small wins and make smart choices. And then these actions you've got to do, make sure you do them. If you don't know what you're doing, then ask someone. Okay, don't walk around with a bit of paper like we were talking about earlier.
A great tip for that is actually write it down at the beginning of the day. Just make a promise to yourself. Just write down, I, Warren Connolly, promise to blah 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 blah, and then you write it off, sign it off at the end. I always keep my promises. That little act in itself will enable you. It'll give you that power, the permission to actually do it by writing it down like that, and then you sign it off. You actually sign it off with your signature or your initials. But by doing that, you're giving yourself the permission and the power to actually go and do that task or those tasks. And you can do that every day. Just write it down on your diary or wherever. Try it. It's pretty effective.
Now, I've got an easier one than that. I've got a bit of paper, and you stick it up and say, "I am consistent." And then you've got to be careful though, because if you live with someone, they could be writing another note and saying, "You liar." So,
yeah. At what exactly?
At what? Yeah. We can't talk about that. Yeah. Anyway, I think, look, we're doing a short one today, mainly because we do long ones normally. So we thought we'd give people a bit of a rest. So have a fantastic week, everyone. And, as I say, go and drink your ale if you're a beer drinker, but not too much. But as I say, don't let stress get you. Do the simple things. Do the simple things in life. Make sure you maybe set aside 1 or 2 hours a day to get the real important priority done, business priority or whatever it is you're doing, sport. And go forth and multiply.
Go forth and multiply.
So, with that, have a fantastic week, everyone.
Yeah, please do.
And then we'll speak soon. Warren, do you want to say anything before we go? Sorry.
Sure. No, the silver bullet has been sticking in my mind. You mentioned there's no silver bullet, but the way I look at it is in life is there is only one silver bullet in life, and that's how do you feel in the moment. If you're feeling good about yourself and something, then that's the silver bullet. Now that's the key. That's the message for you, the indicator that that's something that you should entertain and move forward with. And that's the way I look at it. That is the only silver bullet in life. Is how do I feel? Do I feel good about whatever it is that I want to do? And then I'll move forward with that consistently, persistently, and with courage and all the other things that we've spoken about. Just focus on that. How do I feel in the moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
That job that I told you about in the beginning, or early on when I was doing that sales job, because I did not feel good about it. I mean, look, I was earning an income on that, but I just didn't enjoy it, and I had to resign because I could not enjoy doing what I was doing. It just wasn't me at that time. So I needed to resign from that job. I've always been like that. Fortunately, I've always known if something doesn't feel good, I need to move away from it. Step aside.
Absolutely. Money's not important, but it helps you go to deal with your problems in style.
It does, yeah. So, and you want to feel good doing it, making that
That's
money,
it.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, last word, be bold, be confident, be powerful.
That's
Go and
more
do
than
what
one
you
word.
need to do. Get it done. Okay? See you all later.
Have a fantastic week.
See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.